Actions evoke various kind of emotions in a person, and it resonates with people on a deeper level.
We can bring about beautiful and significant changes in our life based on what we want to achieve in our lives. The phrase actions speak louder than words.
Actions inspire us to do more actions. Actions motivate us to do actions. So it is about seeing and doing.
How do we look beyond the part of that action? I think it's the need of the hour where we all need to understand the impact of our action and the consequence it holds in the society. In a world where words are abundant and promises can be empty, there's a timeless truth that resonates through the ages. Actions speak louder than words. Hi, this is Rakshanda, and with me is Rachit. And together we welcome you to a journey where gestures carry weight, where intentions manifest through deeds, and where the impact of our actions reverberates far beyond the realm of speech. What's your take on this, Rachit?
Absolutely true, Rakshanda. Whatever you actions create a greater impact. Actions are really significant as compared to what you say, because they are a proof of something which gives a tangible form. What do you say, Rakshanda?
Oh, I absolutely agree with what you just shared. It is deeply rooted in the belief system of the people that true intentions and trust is basically shown through actions. So this is how we understand how actions are very important in our life. Simply words can be very much misleading. So if you see, no matter how much you say, if you say someone that you care for someone, you have to show that in action that you actually care for them. Nurturing them, or probably feeding them, or taking care of the nitty-gritties of their daily life, understanding the details of how their life goes about, etc. So I believe that definitely this is absolutely right what you have just shared. So
most definitely, Rakshanda. Through actions, we create a very big impact of emotions. And to understand it, it's like actions evoke various kind of emotions in a person, and it resonates with people on a deeper level as compared to words.
Very rightly said. Definitely. And that's how I think the trust build up and the credibility comes in. Whatever emotions we feel is through the actions, whether negative or positive. If the actions that people we deal with on a day-to-day basis, whether be it people, animals, or even any non-living thing, if particular thing is frustrating us, we have a negative emotion evoking inside us, right? So the action of anything and then a reaction upon it, Newton's law. So definitely that has a significant importance on our day-to-day life and how we build our bonds on.
Yes, actions can create authentic environment everywhere. Actions create authenticity. Actions create integrity. Actions can help build trust and credibility. When it could be like people, it could be professional, it could be anything. It is not just related to a particular scheme of things. It could be everywhere. So when you're talking about in your personal domain or your professional domain, actions play a very pivotal role.
Yes, that's right. But there is a question which is frequently popping up in people's mind. And that is even though there is actions, even though there are, these things happening which you have just mentioned, but still the question of authenticity remains. Is the person really having that integrity? Is the person really authentic to me or not? That question still remains. How do we figure out, or how should we figure out, okay, so-and-so person is actually genuine to us and so-and-so person is not, even though the action is there? How do we look beyond the part of that action?
Very nice point that you raised, Rakshanda. When you want to judge something, just think of the consistency element in that. Once you can figure out the thing is consistent enough, it is done fair number of times before you start trusting and building trust on that. Once or twice, it could be a fluke. It might not be your intent to do that. It might happen just because it had to happen, but it was not from your side. It was not a genuine case from your side that I really want to do that. But if it is said that अगर हम गलती भी 2 या 3 बार से ज्यादा कर देते हैं तो वो गलती नहीं बनती, वो गुनाह हो जाता है. उसी तरह से अगर एक्शंस भी 1-2 बार होते हैं तो वो नजरअंदाज हो जाते हैं, लेकिन अगर एक्शंस कई बार होते हैं तो वो नजर में आ जाते हैं, और नजर में आ जाते हैं तो जहन में भी बैठ जाते हैं. तो दिस इज हाउ थिंग्स बिल्ट अप. स्टार्ट में आपको कोई रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं करेगा, लेकिन अगर आपने चीजें लगातार करी, जैसे हम ये वीडियोस हम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं अवेयरनेस के लिए, हम अगर 2 या 4 वीडियो बना के इस चीज को खत्म कर देंगे तो बात आई गई हो जाएगी. बट इफ यू आर कंसिस्टेंटली हिटिंग द हेड्स and creating the right positioning in the minds of the people, then people will definitely connect to us in a much better way, जो हम बोलना चाह रहे हैं.
True.
So this is how things work. Consistency is the key. Make it happen by doing it again and again, fair number of times.
True. Thank you so much, Rachit, for beautifully answering the question that raises millions of hearts. And that's how, on the basis of like the authenticity and the integrity that we hold in terms of our actions, that's how we bring about changes. That's what initiates the changes in our day-to-day activities. Because if the actions performed are not with the right intentions, we are not able to bring about the required changes in our lives to get the desired results. If you were to take examples, there are millions of examples around us, right? But even our Bollywood does not, take a step back from, beautifully explaining these things from real life events or even similar to real life events. One such movie that comes into my mind is Lakshya, starring Hrithik Roshan and Preeti Zinta, if you know. And if you remember the movie, in the first half, Hrithik Roshan was a very lazy person. Okay, like he used to wake up very late in the morning, and he was like, वो कहते हैं ना, बड़े बाप की बिगड़ी औलाद kind of a person he was. But because that time he did not have the clarity or the goals, the lakshya in his life. But soon after, when he discovered that what he wants to become is a person in the army, he gradually but brought about those changes in his life through taking small steps and actions. And then soon he became someone who was a much demanded officer in the Indian Army, right? So the reason behind pointing out this particular movie here is like we can bring about beautiful and significant changes in our life based on what we want to achieve in our lives, right? We can start with small little things, and then those little things will have that major impact that we won't even realize today. But on the long run, if you look at the bigger picture, definitely it is worth every step that you take. Not just that, not just the minimal changes that we are talking about, but also when you say the phrase "actions speak louder than words," what are we basically talking about? We are talking about the non-verbal communication. We are definitely communicating with our environment. We are definitely communicating with the people around us and other living beings around us. But with the help with those actions, we are actually hitting even at a much deeper level. We are communicating beyond words, which does the vibe check, like in Gen Z terms, we can say it's the vibe check.
True.
That
yes.
checks
Moreover,
out.
Rakshanda, actions inspire us to do more actions. Actions motivate us to do actions. So it is about seeing and doing. When you keep on saying to kids, they might not listen to you. But when they see the parents doing the things, they just copy it. I just watched a video a few days back in which the mother was doing certain things and kid was constantly observing that. Few days later, the kid also was following it. Sometimes what happens in actions is, they don't have to put their mind into it. Why are they doing? Sometimes you just can't repeat those things till you are really sure of why they are doing it. But at least it gets into muscle memory by then. And then once you know the reason of the actions, why are we doing it? It becomes all the more prominent and promising. That's why seeing and doing becomes easy, because you don't have to apply your mind to understand the reason behind doing that.
Rightly mentioned, Rachit. And I understand that this particular discussion that we had was quite insightful, right? I hope our viewers enjoyed it, and they might have got amazing breakthroughs through this, because this was like, I think it's the need of the hour where we all need to understand the impact of our action and the consequence it holds in the society. And along with that, I would request our viewers to go to our comment section and write in or give in their experiences as to what different actions they have taken to build an impactful life for themselves, for their loved ones, as well as for the society. being a citizen of this country and being a resident of this particular planet that we live in, a beautiful blue planet, definitely, as in terms of humanity, we should have or implement those actions that is beneficial to one and all. And along with that, I would thank Rachit. Thank you so much for being here. It was great catching up. And we'll see you guys again on our next video. Till then, bye-bye. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our channel. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Rakshanda. Thanks for being here. And enjoyed the session with you, the discussions with you. So thank you everyone for staying tuned. Bye-bye.